I was thinking the other day that, the most difficult times in my life, animals have been there for me. When my husband went through cancer, and my animals were there. Sometimes in the background, sometimes in the foreground, supporting and loving and getting me through it. I mean, obviously I had the support, not obviously, I had the support of family and friends, and don't get me wrong, but that steadfast, unconditional love and support from the animals in my life was invaluable to both me and my husband while he was going through his treatment. My dogs would rally around him, sit with him up all night while he was in significant discomfort, holding steadfast, never asking anything from him, just giving him the support he needed. And for me, obviously they were there any chance they got. My horse as well, he did a lot for me. He is such a healer and such an open heart, and helped me through it. I couldn't have got through it without my animals. And so I know everyone out there, a lot of you out there, I know a lot of you out there feel the same way about your animals and notice how supportive they are. And if you don't, after watching this, you might start watching how they lend a hand, even just emotionally, supportively, when you need it the most. That's perhaps their calling in this life. And so I wanted to create something for the animals to pay back a little bit, to give back to the animals, to show animals how much I appreciate their support, and really to support them. So I created this technique called the accelerated called the accelerated transformational shift for animals, to assist them in their healing, because our animals struggle. They take on the emotions of us. They do that in an attempt to help us. And that can kind of get trapped in their bodies and show up in behavioral problems, but also in physical problems, illness. And so I wanted to create something to help them with what they struggle with. I didn't want it to be just a one-way thing. I wanted to help people help their animals in that same unconditional way. And it's quite a process, and the transformation that happens not just with the animal, but with the person, with the caretaker, with the person who loves that animal. The transformation is fast. It is significant. And it's just my way of giving back to the animals in my life, but also the animals in all of our lives. So if you want to learn more, if your animal is struggling, if you feel your animal is trying to support you in a way that maybe is leading to some behavioral stuff, or some illness, or physical, or if you kind of feel that might be happening in your house, and you want to support your animal in a unique way, in a fast way, and give back to them all that they have given in your lives, any kind of animal, reach out and let me tell you a little bit about what I do, and see if it's right for you. Because the animals in our lives, I feel, deserve to thrive as well. And we want them to be supported in their journey because they're supporting us in our journey. And if you want to be able to give back to your animal in the way that they have given to you unconditionally, I can show you how. Maybe it's behavioral changes that you've seen. Maybe it's emotional things that come up. If your animal is maybe emotional, has anxiety. Anxiety is an emotion. Stress and anxiety are easily taken on by animals because they want us to feel good. I really believe that that's what they're here to do, is to assist us in our evolution. And so sometimes they take on some of that stress, that overwhelm. So if you're running around helping everyone else, you may notice that your animal is running around trying to help you. And so my technique allows you to help them and pay it forward in a way and pay it back. And the surprising thing and the wonderful thing is that this process that we go through, this transformation shift that we go through, benefits not just the animal, but benefits you as well. So the two of you are healing together, which is ultimately what your animal wants to do. And I know you love your animals as much as I love mine, and genuinely appreciate everything they do for you, even if you're not aware of what they do for you. I'm here to maybe highlight some of the things that your animals have been doing for you and shed some light on that, and then help them through this process, help them heal the way they're helping you heal. Let's give back to our animals. And you can do that with the accelerated transformational shift. So I'm excited to talk to you more about this. I'm happy to schedule a consult call and tell you a little bit more about the process and and we could talk about whether it's right for you and your animal, and really help give back to those beings that have given us so much without any ask for anything in return. You know, when we watch our animals struggle, either from a behavior perspective or from a health perspective, it cuts us deep, doesn't it? Well, I know that when they watch us struggle with a behavior that we're not happy with, that we do, that we know that we do, that we're doing, maybe people pleasing, putting everyone else first, saying yes to everything, not really having great boundaries, putting our needs last, that hurts our animals because they know who you are at the core of yourself, and they know that you are worthy. And when you're not believing that you're worthy, and you're not walking around in this world like you're worthy, that hurts them. And they do whatever they can to try and help you with that. That's their job. And wouldn't it be great to suddenly start feeling worthy again, start taking care of ourselves again, so that they don't have to do that anymore? And wouldn't it be great to clear away any of that stuff that they're holding on for us? Wouldn't that be great to clear that from them and help them with how they're feeling, both physically and mentally and emotionally? Wouldn't it be great to share that worthiness and to share that love and that emotional journey of empowerment with your animal? Because that's really what they want to do. They want you to thrive. And it's funny because I work with a lot of people, a lot of my clients, you know, they come to me because they want to make this shift for the animal. They see what their animal is doing, how it's helping them, and how it's taking on their emotions. And they want to help their animal so badly. And the irony is, in order to help their animal, they have to help themselves. But they wouldn't do it for themselves. It took the animal struggling in order for them to do something about how they're feeling, how they're behaving. And that's exactly what happened with me. It was when one of my animals was struggling that I had to go, oh, maybe this is about me. Maybe this is about my behavior and how I've been thinking and feeling, and maybe my animal is taking that on for me and reflecting it back to me. See, this is how you're behaving, is what he was saying. And so I wanted to help him so badly that I started to make changes for myself, emotionally, physically, in my lifestyle, because I was desperate to help him. And the question is, why wasn't I desperate to help myself? It's because I put my animals in my life and their well-being ahead of my own. And when I looked around, I kind of did that with a lot of other people in my life too. I put their needs before my own. And so it was acknowledging that and acknowledging, wow, I'm really doing this for myself and it's helping my animal. That's when the real shift happened. And that's when I was inspired to create the accelerated transformational shift. So if you're kind of feeling this way, if any of this resonates with you in any way and you want to learn more about it, I'm happy to talk to you about it, because I really want to help you and I really want to help your animal. That's my passion now, is to give back to the animals, not only in my life, but in all of your lives too. So reach out and DM me and contact me, and let's talk about how you can make this shift for your animal and yourself and start thriving, both of you, or all of you.